It's weird.
What up, world? Quan City on the beat, y'all. West Coast shit tonight. Hey, should have had my death row chain on or something like that. What's going on this Friday night?
Happy Friday, y'all.
You are now into the Wayne Steel channel with my lovely co-host, my beautiful wife, Teresa.
What's up?
She's back again.
Guess who's back?
Yes, but this is the West Coast Vinyl Talk tonight. We're talking about West Coast and everything tonight. So, hey, hope y'all enjoy it. Hope everybody's week's going good. You know, we got Christmas coming up and everything like that. New background. We got the tie-dye in the background this week. So I was just making sure everything's going good. Like I said, it's West Coast tonight. Hey, might bring out some vinyls you never thought I would have had. Got 6 vinyls I'm talking about, and I'm going to talk about something else that happened during that period. But going on, we're going to talk about new releases and new music that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to my brother. His birthday was a couple of days ago.
Happy Twanzaa.
Yeah, happy Twanzaa. Yeah. You probably about to parlay it up tonight or tomorrow. We got a birthday party, so you know we're gonna miss your Twanzaa. But next year we're gonna try and get up there. But going on with the channel, last week I didn't do a lot of music that came out and everything like that. So this week I'm gonna bring some music that happened last week and some surprise music that happened at midnight. I'm on vacation, so Spotify, I was getting alert on Spotify. There was a whole bunch of music. I'm gonna break it down for next week's music too. So it's just like a whole bunch of music that's coming out before the first of the year. But Eminem dropped. Make sure.
Surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise album. I'm reading my notes. Music by To Be Murdered. This is side B. I think there's 5 or 6 new songs on there. I have not listened to it. No offense. I know I put up that post about Revival. It came out a couple years ago. So, hey, I'm an Eminem fan. I'm going to have that Eminem vinyl talk. I just need one more, and that's the Eminem show. And that's it. After that, you can't talk about Relapse, Revival, Marshall Mathers LP, Kamikaze, side A of this. M's not the same M from '03. I know times have changed and
Yeah, but I
everything.
think that can be a good thing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Artists have to grow and they have to change, or if they become stale, and people either can groove with it no matter what, or it's like, I kind of like the other way you were before. But that's okay. Some albums are more for you than others. I like Eminem.
I'm not saying I don't like Eminem. I don't want people to think that, but I say since Revival, I'll give Marshall Mathers LP2 a pass. But after Revival, you can say whatever you want about that Revival. I understand he was trying to be against Trump. That album did not make sense. And like I said this on my status. You can go back on Facebook. Is y'all still listening to that album? You can say about whoever I tweet about artists I like and stuff like that. We're gonna have a conversation about that. But still,
Everybody is different.
everybody's got a different opinion about music.
And that's the good thing about music.
I'm not saying Eminem's trash or anything
I
like that.
know. It is what it is.
Kid Cudi dropped Man on the Moon, The Chosen 3. I don't know what to say. I like Kid Cudi, but I just couldn't get into the album. It's no offense to him. I think it's good music. He got Papa Smoke on there, RP, but it's not my cup of tea. I mean, like everybody thinks like I'm on this whole underground. I don't listen to anything else. But the artists I talk about are the artists everybody's talking about right now. So I mean, like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. That's how I feel about it. West Coast shit.
West Coast.
Next up, Too Short and E40 dropped the album. Now tomorrow they're having a versus battle. I'm gonna have to stay up for that. I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna have to stay up for that.
He might make it.
Yeah, I might make it. But the album is called Ain't Gonna Do It, and Term and Co-Edition. There's 20 songs on this album. This is 2-part album. Yeah, 20 songs.
Kind of long.
It's an hour-long album. 10 songs. You get Too Short's filling on it, and then the other 10 songs you get E40's filling on it. But I mean, these are legends. I mean, like December 19th, tomorrow, Saturday, probably around like 8 o'clock. Go watch that versus battle. It's not really a versus battle. This is the first time that like two artists from the West Coast then went 20 songs. And they're going to hit you back with songs. I want some couple of songs. The first time I ever heard of E40 was Sprinkle Me. And he had a group with his brother and sister, Be Legit, and I think Sugar T. I could be wrong. But they had a group called The Click and a song called Sprinkle Me. That was the first time I heard of E40. My boy Levante had the Hall of Fame album. He had the Rolex watch on it. So that was my first introduction to West Coast music. I mean, besides Dre, we're going to talk about Dre anyways. First time I heard of Too Short. Now, I could get in trouble about this, but I heard him back in like 92, 93. We were young. Stole my Uncle Jerome's tape. He had the Too Short, make sure I get this right, Cocktails album. That was his 9th album. He had, make sure I'm not getting this right. He had another album before that, but he had a song called Hoochie Coochie on there. And that was the first song me and Antoine had heard from him. We couldn't listen to it inside the house, so we would, like, go outside, walk the Bowman, play it on a tape player. Yeah, tape player. When you had to have the batteries, headset.
Hey, the Walkmans were the best.
Until them earphones went out, one or two, and then you had to go. But I mean, like his 10th album came out in 1996. That was the one that kind of put him on the map. It was called Getting It.
That was Step Back.
Yeah.
Step back, you're dancing kind of close.
But I mean, like, Too Short and E40 and work from Pac was big, the Jay-Z or Nas. I mean, these are living legends. These are West Coast living legends. I can't say too much more about them. I mean, I can't wait for this versus battle. Next up, these are some new releases that came out. Like I said something about Eminem. Planet Asia and the homie, the Mussolini, just dropped a tape called Pharaoh Chain. I listened to it 4 times this morning. I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, like, Planet Asia, West Coast, listen to Cali Asians. Back in the day, they came out in 2001. Yeah, I know my history about West Coast music right here. So, I'm just saying, go listen to Planet Asia, Medallions. He drops consistently all the time. The Mussolini, he's dropping consistently. Like I said, I follow him on Twitter. He follows me on Twitter. So, like, the interaction, when I tweet these albums, I'm getting likes back. Next up, the homie Ransom. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't know about him. Jay Williams. Shout out to Jay Williams. He's always talking about him, and I've been hip to him for years. Ransom, the artist. But Jay Williams always shouting him out. So I want to just drop an album for Jay Williams if he don't know this came out. This is another project with Nicholas Craven. He does the production on it. 7 songs on it. Forget the album name. Uncut Gems, I think it is what it's called. So, Jay Williams, I'm shouting you out today. You're a big Ransom fan. The homie Conway, the Machine, dropped the deluxe album. I shouted him out a couple, maybe a month ago. He just dropped the deluxe. He just dropped new 5 songs on the album. I listened to him this morning. You know, if it's Griselda, do 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 do, boom.
All the time.
Yes, all the time. She gets annoyed with me, but hey, that's
As
what.
well as you get annoyed with mine.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Bryce, Troy Lennon. Just wanted to shout you out. I talked to you earlier, so I wanted to shout your music out. You made a post, so this is what I do. You said, hey, people don't listen to your music. And I'm not for sure if it's on SoundCloud or SoundClick, but I'm going to just shout out a song he did, Confessions. I remember back maybe 2016, 2017, me and him had a freestyle session down in my basement one time, and we were just going in, which we would have recorded at.
Somebody did record it.
Yeah.
We just don't know who or where
I
it
was
is.
going in. It was my birthday. I was going in. I was drunk, but hey, I was going in. Next up, Lil Wayne had signed a deal to give his catalog away, his masters, $100 million. I don't understand why you want to do that. A lot of artists have been doing that recently.
Stevie Nicks just did it, and
Yeah.
so did Bob Dylan.
$100 million, that's what they're getting for it. I always thought artists wanted to own the catalog so they can do whatever they wanted with it, but hey, money talks. Is Andre 3000 really dropping an album? I seen something on his Instagram. I don't know if he was making a cake, but he had features on there and stuff like that. He said salt and pepper. Like, go look at it. I'm not for sure about it. I'm just saying. If he does,
I'm here for it.
we're here for it so we can talk about it.
That was our daughter.
Yeah.
Pardon
Sorry.
that.
Yeah. Sorry about
We're rolling with it.
Yeah, we're rolling with it. Just had a blackout. Next week, will we be back on Saturday? Yeah, I know it's after Christmas, but this is going to be a special one. People have been asking me about it. My homie Ed Ray hit me up about when you're going to do the Jay-Z. I don't have all Jay-Z's catalog. I'm going to have to go back and do a whole Jay-Z catalog. But I'm going to do a Jay-Z and Nas catalog. Yes. We're going to go there. I mean, Ether came out this year. I mean, like in 2001 on December 4th on Jay-Z's birthday. So we're going to have a whole conversation about that. Love some input on that. And when I say I got some Jay-Z like vinyls, you're going to be surprised on which ones I have. The one I didn't even put up on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, I just have it. The Nas ones, I'm a big fan of them. But we ain't going to talk too much about that until next week. We are going to get into the West Coast. Now, I'm going to shout out 5 albums and albums from the West Coast that I remember like growing up and everything like that. First up, the Dog Pound, not yet. Dog Pound, Dog Food, the album. 2 songs, New York, New York. This is when Snoop kicked over the Twin Towers. It might have started the East Coast, West Coast beef. We're not for sure. Next up, Let's Play House. That was on Yo MTV Jams back in the day, featuring the legendary Nate Dogg. Let's play house. Let's play house. Hey, y'all remember that? Next up is the Games documentary. G-Unit Aftermath label right here. Came out in 2004. I'm a big fan of the game. I'm just going to shout out 4 songs. West Side Story, Dreams, Running featuring Tony Ayo. I mean, like, You ask my brother, you gotta ask my boy Ellis. I used to play that running song like it ain't nothing.
Running was on repeat.
Yes, a lot. Like Father Like Son featuring Busta Rhymes and Start from Scratch. Next up, RP the legend Nipsey Hussle. I was listening to Nipsey Hussle back in 2013, so I'm gonna drop this one. Crenshaw came out in 2013. 3 songs. Check Me Out, More or Less, and Summertime Cutlass. RP a legend right there. Next up, Exhibit. Yes. Instead of Pimp My Ride.
X gonna give it to you.
No, that's DMX.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, you're all right. But instead of Pimp My Ride, he dropped a whole bunch of albums people don't talk about too much. But the one I want to talk about, Restless, came out in 2000, front to back. Alcoholic featuring Eric Sermon, Been Too Long, the X song featuring Dr. Dre. That's what put him on the map. I've been listening to Exhibit since 40 Nights and 40 Days. Paparazzi, Speed of Light. See, that's how that was 96, 97 before anybody had heard about Exhibit. So I've been listening to them for years. So we're going to get into this vinyl talk today. West Coast. Take a sip.
Sippity sip.
Yep. Gotta have the 40 out here. I'm drinking on the 24 right now.
I have the champagne of beer.
You want to show 'em? Almost gone. But anyways, going on with this, we're going to start off with a classic album right here. Dr. Dre, The Chronic. Yes, came out in 1992, December 15th. So this album's been out 28 years. Damn, still a classic. I mean, like, I remember being out in Arizona. It used to be a channel called The Box. And that's when the first time I heard a Dr. Dre when we lived here. But like out there, it was a whole different environment. I mean, like you had the khaki suits and everything like that. I mean, like
It was a whole vibe.
it was just a whole different vibe. Staple of the West Coast music right here. I mean, like if you don't talk about West Coast music, this right here. Next up, Ice Cube. Now this is an album when he left NWA. The only song I'm gonna shout out on here is No Vaseline. This is the 25th anniversary of this album. He had 3 new songs released off of it. Ain't nothing you can talk about it. So there's an album I don't have with me, but I have a story about it. Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001, Still Dre, Explosive, Forgot About Dre. Man, those were
High school.
high school days. I mean, like, we might have got away with a couple songs played at a dance or something like that, but
Before they cut it
yeah,
off.
they cut it off. Like Juvenile's back that ass up. Hey, we wanted to get all of that.
Dun. Cut it off.
But we would get the thong song.
They played the thong song at my prom.
But going on, like I was saying, we did a talent show, me and my boy Buso, back in 2001. Now, Dr. Dre had dropped the instrumental of the Chronic 2001. So me and Buso was sitting in high school parking lot. We had not practiced. We had not did nothing about it. So we just went in there on a humbug. We were going to play the intro and go into the watcher. The person in front of us, we're so cool. Stokes, Sylvester Stokes, went in front of us. He did a Malcolm X speech. So I thought about it. I was like, how do I win? So I said, asked Stokes, he don't want to with swings. No. And everybody went crazy in the audience. He's looking crazy at me and stuff like, why? I took my chance. We only won $50 and we had to split it. So he got 25, I got 25. So hey, that was just my memory.
High school.
High school days. Miss Smith. Shout out to Miss Smith. Next up, as I'm laughing about it, I'm gonna take a sip again. Voodoo Ranger. I'm on my beer tonight. You're gonna be surprised about this. Tupac. Me Against the World. Yes, I know it's not All Eyes on Me or Machiavelli or any of the other ones, but this, out of my top three, All Eyes on Me is my first one. Everybody knows I'm not a big Tupac fan, but we're not gonna go into that. This is all about West Coast. But
Dear Mama.
yeah. So Many Tears, Old School, Temptation. This is the album right before he signed with Death Row. So I always love this album. I think people get me confused about why I don't like Tupac, but we'll talk about it one day.
I like Tupac.
I'm not hating on Tupac. We'll just go on. Next up, the greatest debut album ever.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, to my vinyl fans, this is digitally remastered. Yes, but I don't care. Album came out in '93. Probably, like I said, one of the best debut albums you can say that ever came out. I mean,
sipping on gin and juice.
Yeah. Oh well, since you just said that, gin and juice. Lottie Dottie, who likes to party? We got a fifth of Bacardi. Ain't no fun. Well, we ain't gonna go there. We gonna keep it PG-13 on y'all. Yeah, ain't no fun. Next up, now this guy right here. Go ahead.
You want me to show it?
Yep, go ahead. Kendrick. To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean, like.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Showing the artwork.
One of the greatest albums that came out in 2015. I mean, I had to get 2 copies of the CD and download it on Spotify. I mean, like,
we wore it out.
Yeah, we wore, yeah. And
Kendrick is he writes really good stories. I don't know, I really like him.
A great artist that came out in 2010s. I mean, like Big Sean.
He brought life back.
Yeah. I mean, like, you talk about, like, artists that have had impact on hip hop, and, like, you know, I don't agree with some of it, but, like, you talk about the Drake, Big Sean, Kendrick, J. Cole, Migos. I mean,
yeah, but Kendrick has something meaningful and, like, heavy to talk about. That's what I like.
Classic album. I mean, like, You, Alright, Dollar Coast, Mortal Man. Go revisit that album. I mean, like, in today's climate right now, if you go back and revisit that album, you'd be like, ooh. It came out in 2015. I mean, like 5 years ago. Album really means something right now. That's no lie. Next up. Now, go ahead.
Somebody let us borrow this album.
Shout out to my homie Tim.
Yes. It's a good one.
Damn. Now, this is, when I say this one, the albums is back. The songs are backwards, so it starts from the last song from the beginning.
Tricky.
Yeah.
This is actually the first song, and then it follows that way.
hmm So it gets you on a different vibe on the green side of the album, and the red side is the original album. I mean, like, I don't know what to say about this. I gave it 5 months before I started even like doing my channel. Once I listened to it for a good, it came out in June, so I listened to it for a good 3 months, and like everybody was playing it. So a great album. I want to come back and revisit West Coast because I want a Too Short. I saw a Too Short vinyl. I should have got 3 weeks ago,
I held it up to him.
and I didn't know it was a album I listened to when I was a kid until I started writing this today. So yeah, but yeah, this is your boy Jay Winks. Next week, Jay-Z, Nas, Vinyl Talk. Shout out to my homeboy Roscoe G for the video he shot for me with the song and stuff. The little, you know, just shouting me out. I appreciate it. So I hope y'all have a good night tonight. I'm your host Jay Winston, my co-host Teresa. We out.
Hi.
Oops, I ain't.